welcome. You're watching the Newshour Agenda. I'm Padmaja Joshi. It has to be a real emergency situation when even people who are supposed to be Congress's oldest loyalists are now staring down the Congress party's leadership. Last year, it was Captain Amrinder Singh. This year, it is Ashok Gehlot. On the verge of being kicked upstairs and made Congress president, while the Chief Minister's post is given to his arch-enemy Sachin Pilot, Ashok Gehlot politely told the Congress High Command, thanks, but no thanks. Worse, now MLAs and ministers close to Gehlot have launched a full-fledged attack on the entire party mechanism itself. First, let's quickly run you through what has happened through the last 24 hours, because it's a lot. So last evening, just before a meeting of the Congress legislature party was to happen in Rajasthan to decide on who the next chief minister would be to replace Ashok Gehlot, Mr. Gehlot engineered a coup. Close to 100 MLAs signed purported letters of support, demanding that Gehlot be retained as Rajasthan chief minister even if he is made Congress president. The issue is this. Mr. Gehlot doesn't want to be summarily removed from the Chief Minister's post, which he has fought hard for, and he definitely doesn't want this post to go to Sachin Pilot. So through the day today, there was a tense standoff. Shocked central observers held a meeting with Gehlot before jetting off to Delhi and meeting Sonia Gandhi. Meanwhile, the Rajasthan Chief Minister was accused of breaching party discipline, while his supporters came out all guns blazing, and this time they didn't just talk about party democracy and we want this. They named and shamed. They went after Ajay Makan and went so far as to accuse him personally of plotting Ashok Gehlot's downfall. The result? Now Mr. Gehlot is out of the running for the post of Congress president, and Rajasthan has been thrown into free fall.
2% वही था, षड्यंत्र था टोटल, और उस षड्यंत्र में जनरल सेक्रेटरी इंचार्ज शामिल थे। मैं दूसरों के लिए नहीं कहता, मैं सिर्फ जनरल सेक्रेटरी इंचार्ज पे चार्ज लगा रहा हूं। खड़गे साहब पे कोई चार्ज नहीं है। खड़गे साहब पे कोई चार्ज नहीं है। खड़गे साहब का कोई मुकाबला नहीं। वो तो बिल्कुल ईमानदार और निष्पक्ष आदमी है।
ये तो बहुत बुरी बात है कि गहलोत साहब अगर ये कहते हैं कि उनके हाथ में कुछ नहीं है, एमएलए के भी उसे पकड़ में नहीं है, तो उनको इस्तीफा कल ही दे देना चाहिए था। जब एमएलए इनके कंट्रोल में नहीं है या एमएलए की बात नहीं मानते हैं, तो क्यों बने हुए हैं? या तो वही लोग जो सब हैं, सबको आला कमान की बात माननी होगी, और आला कमान जो तय करे वो फैसला सबको मानना होगा।
हम विधायक दल की बैठक में नहीं गए, लेकिन विधायकों की बात हमने अजय माकन जी तक पहुंचाई। हमारी बात का समाधान हो जाता तो जो एक लाइन का प्रस्ताव है आला कमान का, वो उसको भेजने में किसी भी विधायक को कोई आपत्ति नहीं थी। हमारी बात को पहुंचाएं भी नहीं तो फिर ठीक है, वहां सीधे आला कमान से बात करें।
3 शर्तें उस वक्त रखी गई। एक शर्त उसके अंदर ये था कि कोई भी निर्णय, जो भी रेजोल्यूशन होगा, उस रेजोल्यूशन का के ऊपर फैसला 19 अक्टूबर के बाद में होगा। दूसरा, उन्होंने ये कहा कि हर विधायक से आप अलग अलग नहीं मिलिए, बल्कि आप ग्रुप में मिलिए, समूह में मिलिए। तीसरा, उन्होंने ये कहा कि जो 102 लॉयल जो विधायक अशोक गहलोत जी के खेमे में हैं, उन्हीं में से बनाया जाना चाहिए, जो लोग उस वक्त दो साल पहले अशोक गहलोत जी के साथ में थे। हमने पूरी की पूरी जानकारी कांग्रेस अध्यक्षा को, जैसे मैंने कहा, हमने दिया है। उन्होंने लिखित रिपोर्ट विस्तार से इसके बारे में मांगी है, जो लिखित रिपोर्ट हम लोग आज रात को या कल सुबह तक के हम दे देंगे।
You're watching the News Hour. So the question is, has the Congress High Command set the Rajasthan government and the party on course for a complete collapse? Is this destined to be a repeat of what happened in Punjab? And will Ashok Gehlot be the Amrinder Singh of 2022?
You're watching the News Hour at 10. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining us on the debate, Charu Pragya, spokesperson of the BJP, Varun Singh, senior journalist, Dr. Sumansi Raman, political analyst, Rajendra Choudhury, former minister and vice president of the Rajasthan Congress Committee. My first question is to Kamru Choudhury, leader of the Congress. Since you are such an avid and a vehement supporter of the Congress, Mr. Choudhury, most people have been discussing what's going to be the outcome. I want to know a more basic thing. What was the point of all this? Why was Mr. Gehlot removed, or there was an attempt to remove him
Padmaja,
from Chief Minister's post? What was the point of that?
Padmaja, to be very candid tonight in your show, honestly, this entire problem within Rajasthan Congress should have been avoided at any cost. It should not have come out in the public domain. This is a part of honestly, most of us loyal soldiers of the party, or you call it the workers of the party, feel as of now. But then, in politics, patience, aspiration and discipline is the foregone conclusion for any successful leader, But then here, you see, when we call for a Gandhi to be the president of the Congress party, this entire episode has brought forward that in Congress as of now in India, it's only one of the Gandhis, either it be Priyanka Gandhiji or Rahul Gandhiji, who can put together, who can keep together the entire Congress party.
Mr. Choudhury, I have to say, आपने कांग्रेस की आपदा में गांधी को प्रेस करने का अवसर निकाल लिया. मतलब ये तो ये हो गया कि पार्टी खत्म हो जाएगी, फिर भी आप कहेंगे कांग्रेस इज द गांधीज आर द ग्लू दैट कीप द कांग्रेस. अरे भाई, कांग्रेस ही खत्म हो जाएगी, बस ग्लू बचा रह जाएगा. फिर ग्लू का क्या करेंगे? No one has a clue. You are thinking about the glue.
That's what I told you. Each one of us, each one of us is aspirational. But there is only the Gandhis within the Congress party who have sacrificed. In 2004, Sonia Gandhi ji
अरे भाई, you have sacrificed पंजाब की सरकार.
To Manmohan Singh, the country's
sacrifice तो ठीक है, but you have literally sacrificed state after state. You sacrificed Madhya Pradesh. You sacrificed Punjab. Now you are sacrificing Rajasthan. What is the sacrifice you are talking about, Mr. Choudhury? Still, as somebody who's an insider, I still want to know.
I don't deny even a single
what was
one
the
of them.
point? अच्छा खासा चल रहा था, आपकी एक अच्छी खासी सरकार बची हुई थी, ऐसे ही इतनी कम है, उसको आपने कहा कि भाई चल कैसे रही है, अब इनको हटा करके हम दिल्ली भेज देते हैं. Why did you do it?
No, there is nothing wrong in Ashok Gehlot ji becoming the AICC president.
But what was wrong in him being the chief minister of Rajasthan? Was he not performing? Was he not showing interest? Did people not like him? Why did you decide to fix what's not broken?
There are two aspects. There are two aspects to this. I am telling you. Sachin Pilot is one of the newer generation leaders. Basically throughout India he has got a fan base, and most of us will love to see him as a leader in the national scale.
Well, I don't know what fan base you're talking about, because of the 120 odd MLAs, he doesn't even have around 20 fans.
He was not invited to be there.
He might have a fan base across India, but he doesn't have a fan base in Rajasthan among his own CLP. Charu Pragya wants to quickly respond to you before I bring in Rajendra Choudhury.
Rajasthan, when we won the election in 2017, you must understand, in 2018 when we won the election in Rajasthan,
actually,
it was
I
Sachin
think
Pilot
you're getting it all wrong. If you think he has such a national fan base, why wasn't he called to the centre during the time of the Congress crisis in Rajasthan in 2018? Or even now when you were choosing the new Congress president, why wasn't he even offered the post? The fact is that he might have a fan base elsewhere. He doesn't seem to have much of a fan base within the party itself, and everything is very confusing, and you're not learning from your own mistakes in the past. Padmaja, look at the irony. Congress is a national party, limited to 2 states of course, but a national party nevertheless, where nobody wants to be the Congress president. How difficult can it be for them to hold elections to choose a party president? Whenever they've tried to attempt to hold these elections, either there is no other nomination and they choose one of the Gandhis, or they choose one of the Gandhis and call them a temporary president. And if I can get a few more minutes of your time, I think they are repeating the mistakes that, as you also rightly said, made in Punjab. They back the wrong person, they take the wrong stand, and no outsider needs to do anything to the Congress party. They themselves are enough. And if I can quote statements from Congress leaders themselves about those who want to stand for this election or otherwise, it's terrible. So Chidambaram ji is the first one to say that president or not, Rahul Gandhi ji will always have preeminent second place in the party. Translate that for me. After that, the other person who wants to file a nomination, Mr. Tharoor, about him Gaurav Vallabh says the only contribution of Mr. Tharoor is writing letters to Mrs. Gandhi. Mr. Gehlot actually got down the respect of Sachin Pilot way back in 2018-2019 when he called him names like Nikamma, Nikara, and he said English speaking abilities do not count for much. So you are bringing your own leaders down. Your own MPs do not believe in this election, selection, coronation process. 5 of your MPs have written a letter. 5 eminent MPs, by the way, who have said that they are worried about the fairness and transparency of this selection procedure. They're asking for the list of delegates.
Just a second, because I think that is a bridge that the Congress is yet to come to. There is another crumbling bridge they are dealing with right now.
Last point, very important point. Now there was a letter. There was a letter that was circulated.
Okay, just a second, Charu Pragya. Let Kamru Choudhury respond to the singular question of Rajasthan first.
The elections must seem to be fair.
Okay, we will come to that in just a second. Kamru Choudhury, here is a person who has been called Nikamma, Nakara, lazy by Mr. Gehlot, and he wasn't removed at that time. Mr. Gehlot wasn't pulled up. He wasn't removed from the chief minister's post when he called his own former deputy Nikamma, Nakara, lazy. अब उसी आदमी को जिसने जिनको गहलोत जी ने निकम्मा नकारा लेजी बोला, आप चीफ मिनिस्टर बना रहे हैं. Why? And you think even if Mr. Gehlot agrees to this, you think as president, Mr. Gehlot is going to get along with the chief minister who he has called Nikamma? और वो दोनों साथ में काम करेंगे.
Padmaja, don't be speculative as of now. No, don't be speculative as of now. The point here is that the entire exercise will be decided after Navratri. That is done and dusted.
No. I'll tell you one of the two things will happen. Padmaja, can I?
Okay, just a second. Charu Pragya, to be fair, don't bulldoze Kamru Choudhury just because he's down and out right now. Let him have his say. Kamru Choudhury. Look, Dr. Subhansi Raman is also appalled. He's shaking his head. We'll just go across to him in a second. Please let him have his say. Kamru Choudhury, come on.
I thought it was Gehlot versus Pilot. Actually, it has come down to Gehlot versus the Gandhis.
You do not mute the other person's
We actually have been
Okay. Charu Pragya, please be fair. Kamru Choudhury, only Kamru Choudhury, yes, please.
Look, listen, in this panel also you can see the actual character of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Whatever is happening in Rajasthan will be decided within the Congress party. Let the BJP note that and let them not shed any tears on behalf of the Congress party. We know how to proceed further. Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. Sachin Pilot, we all will love to see him as a national leader nationwide. We want Ashok Gehlot with his 50 plus years of experience of the party, within the governance, to lead the Congress party. Now this integral, fox that happened in Rajasthan right now will be decided within the next few days. Sonia Gandhi is on the job. Even K.C. Venugopal has been rushed to Delhi. There is Kamal Nath ji also waiting to solve the problems out here. There might be certain differences of opinion, but it's not like that that the Bharatiya Janata Party goes to Nagpur with a PowerPoint presentation and says that JP Nadda will be continuing for another term till 2024.
At a time, let's face it, sir, your leaders are calling each other names. There's really no point being snarky to the BJP right now.
Who becomes the next Chief Minister of Rajasthan?
Okay, Varun Singh, no need to shed any tears. This is a little bit of a hiccup. Everyone has their speed breakers.
It's very surprising that a time when, I do not understand the Congress spokesperson's view. He says he would love to see Sachin Pilot as national leader. I would love my watchman to be the King of England. Can it become? He has to have that support. Look at Sachin Pilot right now. He doesn't even have support of more than 5 to 10 MLAs rallying behind him. And Ashok Gehlot, anybody who has a CM post wouldn't like to let it go for a post of president of Congress, which would be nothing but a proxy president. Currently, everyone has categorically stated that it would be Rahul Gandhi who would be running the show, it would be Priyanka Gandhi who would be running the show. the spokesperson. I cannot believe it. You are saying that it would be a free and fair election, but behind the back, or at least not behind the back, openly you're claiming that a Gandhi only can run the party or can be the president of the party. Then what kind of election, what kind of democracy are you going to showcase over here? What are you trying to say? See, let me be very clear. Gehlot has the strength in Rajasthan. He knows that Sachin Pilot, making Sachin Pilot the CM, would be catastrophic for him, because if he wants to return back to Rajasthan, it would be very difficult. And right now, to be honest,
popularity. Yes, Mr. Choudhury has got something to show you. Yes, Mr. Choudhury.
Yeah, this is JP Nadda gets second term as BJP chief. This is internal democracy of the BJP, and they are coming here to lecture us on internal democracy. We are having an election, genuine election. There are aspirants to this election. So there is nothing wrong in that. Let the BJP not lecture us that who is going to be the remote control of the party. We very well know that it is the RSS who holds PowerPoint presentation from the PMO to elect this next minister also.
Which has an interim president, which has a temporary president, which has an inactive, active president. Can we not...
Which has the reluctant president.
About how are you going to hold elections to make your party look like better democratic than the BJP that you are opposing? You are also doing the same thing. Mrs. Gandhi has been an interim president for immaterial years now.
We have got a definite process and electoral college is here. Unlike the BJP's missed call membership, we don't have any missed call membership. We have got genuine workers across the country who elect their leader, and this process is on and will be electing their president in a short while. So please, no love lost for the Congress party. नहीं किसी को जाना है तो रोक नहीं सकते एंड आप बीजेपी वाले वल्चर का जैसा यही कांग्रेस को निकाला हुआ जो
there's only so far you can go by saying, oh, you know, my neighbor's house is burning, so I don't really care about the blaze in my basement. The point is, this whole thing about internal democracy, Sumansi Raman, has come to a point where today you had a sitting MLA of the Rajasthan Congress saying in as many words, and I quote, there is a Congress General Secretary who is conspiring against Mr. Gehlot to bring him down. Now, if you have Shanti Dhariwal pretty much saying that Ajay Makan personally is conspiring against Mr. Gehlot, what kind of internal democracy? This is like an internal implosion, not democracy.
Look, Padmaja, Ashok Gehlot has overplayed his hand, and I think that the consequences are there now for all to see. He is extremely unlikely to be the next Congress president, and at the same time, how long he continues as the Chief Minister of Rajasthan is also going to be open to question. So I think the point is, I find it vastly amusing that BJP spokespersons are talking about a flaw in the electoral process and all that, when their party leader is being handpicked by two people, and where there is not even a slip
they have
of
no locus to talk about democracy, etc.
So I think that
let them not talk about democracy. But as a Congress sympathizer, tell me this. As a Congress sympathizer, tell me this. If today you have Mr. Gehlot not being made party president, he will be removed as chief minister. As he has exhibited yesterday, he has the support of close to 100 MLAs. What will you achieve by doing this? You will have lost another government.
Look, Padmaja.
And then you will be like, wow.
What will you achieve?
We have no government, but we have internal democracy.
No. No, Padmaja, the point is the Congress leadership and the High Command must be seen to be asserting itself. There's just about 11 and a half months to go for the election.
But asserting yourself to what end, sir? If you will not have any state governments left, what will you assert yourself over except 4 general secretaries?
Well, you will assert yourself over once a couple of electoral wins happen. Things start to change. Before that,
but who will win you those electoral wins when there will be nobody left?
Well, there are. Karnataka Karnataka is clearly up for grabs. And unless
you
they,
know that in Karnataka, Mr. Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar are not even putting each other on their
Karnataka is going to
posters.
be one for the Congress. Let them not. First let the party win. After that they can sort out who they fight with each
Charu
other.
Pragya, the thing is, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Sometimes you just have to, as they say, old order change it, yielding place to new. Sometimes maybe there just needs to be a purge. All of the old guard will go out if they do not accept what Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi have in mind going into 2022. They will just have to be purged, and maybe it will all come down to zero and there will be a fresh start.
And Padmaja, just listening to you, you're also very clear that what the three Gandhis want is more important. I'll give you another example of this. The Bharat Jodo Yatra has been very important to the Congress party. Rahul Gandhi ji has been talking about it. Also, this election is what they have been banking on to reclaim Congress's respect and to say that it's not only the Gandhis that matter in the Congress. And why wasn't this Yatra waiting for the new president to be chosen? Maybe the new Congress president could have flagged off this Yatra, walked on this Yatra. The fact that this Yatra started without this new Congress so-called president, if they will still choose one, I'm very skeptical, shows that Mr. Gandhi is above everybody, new Congress president or not. It is the Gandhis who will rule the roost. And two things could happen. Either they will find a figurehead to lead the party. Kindly don't speak over me. I didn't speak over you. So two things can happen, Padmaja. Either they will find a figurehead to lead the party while Mr. Gandhi enjoys all the privileges and none of the responsibilities of being bigger than the Congress president. The second thing that can happen is 11 states have already written and said that they want Mr. Gandhi to lead the Congress party. Maybe 11 others will write and Mr. Rahul Gandhi will become the Congress president again. Apart from these two scenarios, nothing is happening. Only one thing is clear in both the scenarios. It is Mr. Rahul Gandhi who is going to be bigger than every other person in the Congress. He's also been the reason for the downfall of Congress for so many years. I don't know why the Congress spokesperson and their supporters are refusing to open their eyes, see this and accept this. I think because
Dr. Suman Siraman, whether the BJP holds an election or doesn't, how will that rescue the disaster that is happening right now? Fine, you say the BJP is an anti-democratic party, only two people decide everything. How does that help the Congress?
No, you're not supposed to speak over me, sir. I'm very capable of doing the same thing, but I like to maintain some etiquette in a debate. So do not speak over me because I was not speaking over you. Another thing is you're comparing your party to the BJP. We are not watching.
This is not even about internal democracy anymore. Sir, Mr. Suman Siraman. Dr. Suman Siraman, just hold on a second. Charu Pragya, just hold on a second.
And is washing all your dirty linen in public.
This is not about democracy anymore. This is just bad statecraft. Please hold on a second. Give me 10 seconds to ask my question. Yes, the BJP has no right to talk to you about democracy, internal or otherwise. This is just about bad statecraft.
Yes.
That you have decided to wreck your party, but to what end, nobody is able to explain. We are sitting here snarking saying, oh, BJP also doesn't select their president. You know, you have no right to talk to us about democracy. Fine. Nobody can talk to you about democracy, but at least your own party people, I want to play out for you what Amin Khan, one of the MLAs yesterday said at the CLP meeting, which was not supposed to be CLP meeting, but this rebels meeting that was held. Please listen to him. It's a congressman saying this. Listen.
उसका हम तहे दिल से ईमानदारी से समर्थन करते हैं। हमारा नैतिक जिम्मेदारी है कांग्रेस पार्टी की इज्जत बचाना। हाईकमान के हुक्म के हम ताबेदार हैं, उनके हम कतई खिलाफ नहीं है। हमारी स्टेट में काबिल आदमी एमपी के लायक भी बैठे थे, लेकिन बाहर से एमपी आए, हमने किसी एमएलए ने नाराजगी जाहिर नहीं की, दिल से वोट देके उनको दिल्ली भेज दिए। हम अभी भी उसी इरादे के लायक हैं, लेकिन एक पार्टी के साथ जो गद्दारी करते हैं और पैसों से जो खर्च करते हैं, उनके नेतृत्व को हम स्वीकार नहीं करेंगे।
बताइए, Suman Siraman, essentially you have a Congress MLA saying that when the Rajya Sabha elections happened, we did not think the Congress candidates were good. You know who all were elected? Randeep Singh Surjewala, Mukul Vasnik, and you had Pramod Tiwari. These three won, and MLA saying we didn't want them, but इज्जत बचाने के लिए हमने इनको राज्यसभा भेज दिया, पर अब गद्दार को हम CM नहीं बनाने देंगे. People who have stabbed the party in the back, we don't want them as CM.
They've got a fact, they've got a point. Padmaja, they have every right to state what they want. Perhaps they shouldn't be telling it to the media, but they have, I'm sure they have every right to tell it to the observers and tell them, look, Sachin Pilot led a rebellion in 2020 to potentially topple his own party's government and topple Ashok Gehlot.
Then why is he being made chief minister?
It's quite possible that the majority
in place of a man who had won you an election, has sent your people to Rajya Sabha, and yet that man is being kicked upstairs. And then when he speaks out, you're like, oh, party discipline has been breached. What do you expect him to do? Stab himself to show his discipline?
Padmaja, he is not speaking out. The day he agreed, whether reluctantly or otherwise, to become the Congress president, Mr. Ashok Gehlot clearly knew that he would have to step down as Rajasthan Chief Minister. If he was not willing to,
he already knew what he signed up for. Now he's doing a tamasha. Ashok Gehlot.
What imaginative or hallucination these Congress sympathizers have. This for the first time. They need to wake up and smell the coffee. This is for the first time when the dynasty is being challenged openly. You had never ever seen any Congress MLA coming out this open and saying that we are not going to listen to your observer, we are not going to be present in front of them. There's such major intelligence failure that the ala command of Congress has faced. Probably Sonia Gandhi today might be missing an Ahmed Patel who was her man Friday to save everything. She doesn't even have, what kind of intelligence failure for a Congress party which knew what is the pulse of the public for 50 years, but today it cannot even know what their MLAs are thinking. What a sad state for a grand old party right now. They do not know that the Gandhis, no one wants the Gandhis over there except for those people who think that without Gandhi, the party cannot survive. The Gandhi
completely out of touch with the pulse of your own party, Sumanthi Raman. Then I'll bring in Kamru Choudhury.
2 days.
Yes.
I think people are jumping the gun and speaking way prematurely. Wait for 2-3 days, then you will see things play out. And then all these people who have been making these grandiose statements today may have to end up eating their words.
What will happen in 2 days? Tell us. Let's look at your crystal ball. What will happen in 2 days?
Okay, let me put it this way.
Yes.
It is very likely that Mr. Gehlot is not going to be made the Congress president or not going to be the Gandhi family nominee for the post of Congress president, and therefore he may not choose to contest the election. That means somebody else is coming in as the Congress president, part number one. The second part is what happens in Rajasthan, and that could be a play over a period of 2 or 3 months. The High Command gradually cracks the whip, takes away as many as MLAs from Mr. Ashok Gehlot towards its fold, towards the Gandhi family fold, and thereafter Mr. Gehlot is...
Today you've got MLAs who in the open are saying, who basically, to put it very crudely, have thumbed their nose at the party high command. These are MLAs who, at the risk of losing being in power, they are saying, thank you, but no thank you.
Excuse me. No,
I mean, they are basically saying talk to the hand.
This was basically an attempt by these MLAs, very clearly on the instructions, very likely of Mr. Gehlot, to pressurize the High Command. Now the High Command has called that bluff. And that is the reason that
called their bluff?
Very many of these
to what end, sir? The High Command is the one whose bluff has been called. You thought you could ride roughshod over an elected chief minister, and basically he said, no, you can't. Because I run this government, you don't. I call the shots here, you don't. And he's shown he called the shots.
The bluff that has been called is by the High Command, which is why the MLAs who quote-unquote submitted their resignations to the Speaker and all that have not said anything significant today. and the level of bluster is gradually coming down.
Okay, Varun Singh respond, then Kamru Choudhury.
Varun Singh
has
failed on every aspect.
It has been made clear, Mr.
I'm
Gehlot
telling you, the High Command is a failure. It has failed on every aspect. It cannot win elections. It cannot keep its flock together. It cannot keep its general secretaries together. It cannot keep its Rajya Sabha MPs, Lok Sabha MPs together. People are running here and there, and still you are dependent on your High Command. How much low, I don't understand, these Congress sympathizers will go to just please the Gandhi and the Gandhi family, which has not managed to keep the Congress together right now, and it is failing on every damn aspect, and yet they want a Priyanka Gandhi, a Rahul Gandhi. Priyanka Gandhi has miserably failed in Uttar Pradesh. It is there for everyone to watch, but they still want a Priyanka Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi has lost elections every consecutive year, but still they want a Rahul Gandhi, and Sonia Gandhi hasn't been able to take the party up in spite of being the interim president.
Can I get a chance to speak?
Yes, you are getting a chance now.
But Gehlot cannot be accepted just because he is speaking his mind.
Thank you very much. You know something, the entire speculation or the speculative programming that every television channel is running across India right now is pinning the blame on the High Command for whatever is happening in Rajasthan. You know, Rajasthan issue, to be very candid, in the first time I told you, is an issue between two persons who themselves are equally capable of occupying the Chief Minister chair in Rajasthan. Whether it be Ashok Gehlot loyalist or whether it will be Sachin Pilot's loyalist. Now there is a difference in opinion who will lead the Congress party and who will lead the state's legislature. There is a difference in opinion, there is no denying the fact. But then it has not come to such an extent that the High Command's writ is being over.
Mr. Choudhury, with the greatest of respect, I think to call what is happening is a difference of opinion, maybe underplaying it slightly. I mean, it's literally short of civil war, and you are calling it difference of opinion.
The fact remains, No, listen, Padmaja, last time when there was a problem in Rajasthan, there was a, as you call it, a rebellion within Rajasthan Congress. There was day by day, 24/7. Everything is being played on television that the Sachin Pilot is about to join the BJP, and so many MLAs are there with Sachin Pilot, and what not were being played on national television. But it all turned out to be a damn squib, you know.
And look at the irony that 2 years later, the person who was corralling away his MLAs in a resort is being told to be chief minister. And the biggest irony of all, that the man today who is being called as overplaying his hand and being overtly ambitious and of breaching party discipline was being made the Congress party president. Yesterday you were like, he is the best candidate for president. Today you are saying, very bad person. He does not believe in even party discipline. So you have to make up your mind. Who is the good guy here and who is the bad guy, and who you want to stand behind. And at the end of it all, you still haven't answered one basic question. What was achieved through it? What were you trying to achieve? Ashok Gehlot was happily doing his thing. Sachin Gehlot was happily doing his thing. But you said no, we have to meddle and we have to create a muddle. And well, here we are. Anyhow, like Dr. Suman C. Raman predicted, this is going to be a long drawn 3 to 4 month process. We wonder if it will last that long. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, Charu Pragya, for joining me.